Hi, so I'm having a bit of a dilemma, and I think my camera's crooked. Bam. Okay. So, for those of you who saw the videos, I don't know if a lot of you did because I did post them kind of late last night. I posted 3 videos about Black fatherhood and my intimate discussion about Black fatherhood, which discussed my personal experience as my own father and just the things that I think a lot of Black fathers need to hear coming from their daughters. I yanked them. Some of you are like, what? I didn't see that. Yeah, I yanked them. Why? Because it's a really intimate discussion. I was crying some of the video, but I wanted to be sincere about how I felt. But it's not only just talking about my personal life, it's talking about race and my community and what's going on within it. And I know some of the pro-Black nationalists and pro-Black on YouTube they're very, don't let them into our business, don't show them. So with that, I don't necessarily agree with that because, in order for people to understand, they have to kind of know what's going on. But that was the first thing. Second thing is, this morning I woke up to Socialist Rain writing something on my wall saying, oh my goodness, something, something, something. Did my mouse just die? Yes. I saw this video on YouTube a while back and I was so disturbed. Can you check it out and tell me? Oh, basically she was upset that there was a video talking about the persecution of the white race. Is this the type of attitude common in the U.S.? And I was like, well, let me check out the video. The video was crazy. It was clips from Amistad, which I think every Black person in America should have seen at least once. And it was clips from this movie called Goodbye Uncle Tom, which was a 1971 made Italian film about basically a sex farms in the United States. The women in the video didn't look African, they looked Brazilian, but yeah, but all the other races of people, like the children in the video and the men, were definitely African, but the women looked Brazilian. So I was like, okay, first of all, this is like softcore porn. I can't believe they even let them upload this on YouTube, and the full film is on YouTube as well. And I was reading the comments, and people were like, oh, white people are the devil, get them, this is all their fault. And I saw her going back and forth with a couple of people, and she's like, it's not all white people's fault, this stuff is over. They're like, you just don't get it. And she's like, I get it, and, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, so I'm sitting here, and she's only speaking what a lot of white people think, which is, slavery's over, why are y'all still talking about this? This stuff doesn't matter anymore. Which a lot of white people feel, and some black people feel that way, like, oh, this slavery ended about 160, 170 years ago. Gotcha on that. But it's not dead, because you can go to certain places in this country where you are intensely aware of your race. You can go to certain parts of Alabama where you drive through, you don't dare stop. And that for some people, they don't understand that. You can drive through certain places in the South. This was just less than 10 years ago. We went down to Alabama for my great-grandfather's funeral, and it was the most uncomfortable thing. Like, my father told me to lay down in the back seat. This is in, the 2000s, or the late 90s. Like, this shit's real. People act like down south, in certain places in the Midwest, like Indiana, yeah, in Indiana, I said it, you are intensely aware of your race. So racism and prejudice and deep hatred for Black people is not dead. In case y'all weren't aware, it's not. Not all white people feel this way, but one, some people have learned how to hide their racism, and two, sometimes racism and prejudice is institutionalized, and people do it, but they do it very slick. Okay? So, I have a choice. I have to do something on this channel. I have to do something, which is one of two things. That I'm going to yank my Black Patriarchy Theory video not patriarchy theory, Black Reconstruction video, I'm sorry. And I'm going to put that on another channel. And I'm also going to upload my Black Fathers video, because I want to have an intimate discussion about race. Because as a Black feminist, that's important. My race does have to do with where I stand as a feminist. And I don't know if some people are comfortable talking about race, but when you talk about race, sometimes people really start to tell you what they really think about you. And I don't want to have to bust anybody out, and I don't want to have to, for people to really expose themselves, because people will say some stuff that they don't think is racialized, and it is. And Black people, we've been in a situation where people say something to you like, did you just realize what you said was racist? And they don't. And yeah. So I'm thinking about just making this channel strictly ideology and explaining to you what Black feminism is, and then somewhere else having these deep, intimate discussions about race, because race is important in this country. People act like we don't live in a post-racial society. If you live in Canada, I don't know what it's like up there. Maybe y'all do. Maybe y'all don't see color. But down here, we see color all the time. Anybody that's telling you something different is a liar. I'm telling you, people notice your race. When you walk into I know Black people. I don't know about anybody else. But when we walk into a room full of folks, we looking for where are the Black people at? Where are the Black people? Because we congregate to each other because there's a sense of safety and security in that. And we don't get that always. And you know, we know how to mingle, and we know how to, do our thing. But there's never the kind of comfort you feel with your own people. Okay? So I am really thinking about doing that. I don't know what I would call that channel. I'm not telling y'all not to come over here and watch them. But I don't know if y'all are ready for the intimate discussions that I want to have about race and talking about what we're going through in the Black community. I don't know if people are ready for that. And if you are, tell me, Heifer, I'm ready. Well, don't say Heifer. But I'm ready, and I'm ready to develop my sense of consciousness. But some people who feel that they are sort of conscious and I know what's going on, they're the people that is the hardest to tap into. They're the hardest people to get to and be like, hey, maybe you have some issues with race that you weren't aware of. And when I talk about Black and white feminism and what's going on with that, or what has gone on with that, you'll soon realize that was the case of why there is a Black feminist movement. So I need feedback on this, you all. I really do, because this is really about what the subscribers really think and what do we think people can handle, and are y'all ready? Can we really do this? Period. I need feedback, which means I have 64 subscribers and I got the same 12, 13 people writing on my stuff, which I love y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. Hey. But I need feedback. So if you subscribe and you see this video, I need you to write something. Say something. I'm calling all of y'all out and saying you need to write something. There's no reason why I have like 150 views and like four comments. Y'all have to write something, because if this channel changes direction, y'all like, well, Kira, you're not as intense and as deep in talking about what you're talking about, is because some of y'all didn't say we can handle discussing race, and that coming as a white person from a different standpoint, maybe you can explain some stuff to me that maybe I just don't get. And I'm prepared to do that, but you gotta let me know. So that's where I'm gonna leave this. The video's gonna be up. I know y'all have something to say. Just say it. I'll see y'all later. Bye.